Ever wondered how she came to know your favorite song, food, books, and much more, leaving you wondering if there's something beneath the surface? A shy girl often possesses a secret language, a subtle symphony of gestures, like adjusting her appearance when you're around. That's her way of saying more than words allow. But don't worry, we'll show you 12 signs in this video that unveil her hidden affection. So stay with us and make sure you pay attention throughout the video. Let's get started. Number 12. She talks to you a lot via text messages. Unlike the outgoing girls, a shy girl won't have the courage to approach you and let you know how she feels. Why? She's afraid of being treated differently, or maybe being misinterpreted. But here's the secret question. Does she often seem more talkative in text than in person? Like she always communicates freely to you on text, using emojis and humorous words. Just know that she's not ignoring you in person. Rather, she's not confident enough to show her real personality to you face to face. For instance, Hailey Bieber admitted that she had a crush on Justin Bieber since she was a teenager. In 2009, they started exchanging texts for years before dating in 2016. Such a strategic move is her way of dipping a toe in the water to gauge your response, thinking, I'm hoping he texts back, but I don't want to seem too forward. Number 11. You get the lion's share of her smiles. So whenever you see her, what kind of smile does she give you in relation to how she interacts with everyone else? Get this, when a shy girl's attracted to you, she will use her smile to seem friendly and approachable, yet subtle, hoping it encourages you to make the first move. Think of a movie like Notting Hill, where the character Anna Scott uses her warm and inviting smile as she interacts with William Thacker. Anna's subtle yet consistent smiles reflect her desire to connect deeply with William. Of course, her smile might be neutral. That is, she's happy to see you or glad to enjoy your company. Number 10. She often licks or bites her lips. Have you watched the movie 50 Shades of Grey? Did you notice how she often licks and bites her lips while with the guy? Such a gesture is done unconsciously by shy women. You see, a woman's mouth is like a sexual gateway, and these little things that she does are all designed to draw your attention towards her mouth. But you should exercise caution when interpreting this behavior, however, to avoid committing an embarrassing social problem. So if you notice her licking her lips often when around you, she's definitely sexually attracted to you and wants you to make a move on her. Number 9. She's nervous around you. Naturally, when women feel attracted to a man, they're more shy initially with the guy than with many other guys. So have you noticed how she seems more reserved or nervous around you compared to how she is with others? Well, it might seem like she's less interested, but it's often the opposite. This shift, especially if it's out of character for her, might be her way of trying to control her feelings, thinking, I need to keep my composure around him, but why is it so hard for me? Such was a similar scenario in the movie Bridget Jones' Diary. Bridget's shyness and nervousness showed how attracted she was to Mark, yet she struggled to maintain her composure. Over time, she might become more comfortable. These signs may lessen as her feelings become clearer. Number 8. Subtle changes in appearance. Keep an eye out for those little tweaks that she makes to her look. You know, some girls make looking good a daily thing. If you notice her going that extra mile when she's around you, maybe it might be a new hairstyle on the days that she knows she'll bump into you, or she's suddenly into wearing that perfume you once mentioned you liked. Aside from that, have you figured out how she tries to adjust her clothes when you walk in? It's all in the details, like in the movie Crazy Stupid Love, where Hannah's subtle changes to her appearance expressed her interest in Jacob without being overt. These changes are her way of catching your eye without being too obvious about her interests. It's like she's saying, I want to look good for you, but I don't want you to know that I'm trying. Number 7. Watching you when you're engaged elsewhere. If you're deep in conversation and suddenly catch her stealing a glance your way, it's significant. Like in 10 Things I Hate About You, where Kat sneaks a peek at Patrick when he's not looking. And yeah, she might quickly look away when your eyes meet, but that split-second gaze tells a story. She's drawn to you even when you're not directly interacting, indicating a level of interest she might not be ready to admit openly. So those subtle peeks coming your way, what does it mean? It's her way of silently confessing, I can't help but be captivated by you, even from a distance. You know, the kind of thing words might not say, but those looks definitely do. Number 6. Inconsistent body language. Normally, when a woman shows you inviting body language, subtle gestures like leaning in during conversations, uncrossing her arms, or pointing her feet toward you is what you'll see. But for a shy girl, that's totally different. She might display those gestures to you, but the majority of the time she'll leave you confused with her inconsistent body language. In fact, her body language might be so at odds with the words coming out of her mouth that you're not quite sure you can get a read on her at all. Why does she display this behavior? Despite the fact that she's interested in you, she's not into flirtatious body language that guys look for. Number 5. Remembering trivial things that you've said. So when she brings up offhand comments you made some weeks ago while you people were chatting, that's a clear sign. This means she's not just listening, she's holding on to your words by paying close attention to your casual remarks and recalling them later. In the movie When Harry Met Sally, Sally's attention to detail signals a deeper connection beyond casual interest. But when a girl remembers details of a discussion you had with her before, does that mean she's into you? Well, when a girl remembers every minute detail you discussed with her, it goes beyond general conversation. Things like knowing your hobbies, the music you enjoy, your favorite food, and the kind of humor you enjoy is a sure sign. This kind of attention is usually reserved for someone more than just a passing interest in her life. Number 4. She wants to know everything about you. You see, sometimes shy girls are complicated. They would stalk you online, but they never approach you in person. But here's the big question that leaves guys confused. How do you interpret these double signals? Instead of meeting you personally, she'll prefer to comment on your posts from way back when, which means she spent time scrolling through your profile. She might go as far as digging out your old yearbooks in a manner Kathleen did in the romantic comedy You've Got Mail, when she subtly investigated Joe's online presence. This action, often done accidentally on purpose, is her way of saying, "Hey, I'm interested in getting to know you better," while trying to appear nonchalant about it. Number 3. She lurks. The majority of the time, she'll tend to stay at an ambiguous, incredibly neutral distance that's not too close, not too far, and doesn't do much to help you know that she's actually interested. However, how do you get to decode this subtle move? Watch out for her overdoing the "I'm not interested" act. It's a classic case of protesting too much. For example, in the movie Pride and Prejudice, Elizabeth subtly lurks around Mr. Darcy, yet maintaining a neutral distance might give off an "I'm not interested" vibe. This is often a shield to hide her true feelings. Number 2. Interest in your past. She'll often inquire about your history, particularly your relationship experiences. If she seems unusually curious about who you've dated or what your relationships were like, it's a sign. Her curiosity about your relationship, what does it mean? This interest often stems from wanting to understand what you value in a partner, or if there's still a flame burning for an ex. It's like she's indirectly trying to figure out her chances, the way Lauren Hashian did to Dwayne Johnson. Johnson said he was attracted to Hashian's curiosity about his history. This way, she is actually confessing her interest without you knowing. Number 1. Increased enthusiasm when you initiate contact. Have you ever noticed how she reacts when you reach out first? Does her tone become more lively and enticing? Is she quick to reply and engage in conversation? If you notice her enthusiastic and responsive act when you initiate contact, it's a sign that she's been waiting for you to make a move. It's like she's saying, "I'm so excited to talk to you, but I don't really want to make the first move and show all my cards." These are the 12 signs that she likes you despite not showing it. Gestures like remembering what you said, being nervous, and adjusting her appearance solidify her interest in you. Don't waste time reciprocating back if you're interested.